In this video, we're going to go over the brand new Romero Creations steel string. Yes, steel string baritone Guileles. This one is called the DHo 6 string. This one is the B6. Well, welcome to ukelikethepros. I'm Terry Carter. Thanks for being here and thanks for subscribing to that channel and turning on that bell notification. These have been a long time coming. They have both of these versions in a nylon string, but Pepe had to totally redesign both of these to handle the steel strings of these things. So again, this is the Baritone Guilele. This one is called the B6-S because of the steel strings. This one is called the DHo6-S because of the steel strings as well. I'm gonna go over both of these. We're gonna go over all the specs, do some playing so you can hear each one of these. And by the way, they're both available at only one place, the #1 store online at store.ukelikethepros.com. Let's get into this. So I'm gonna start with the B6. This is more of your traditional guitar looking. Let me do some playing and then we'll talk about the dimensions. All right, so both of these are amazing, but I want to do this video so you can hear the difference between this traditional shape versus that teardrop Daniel Ho shape. All right, so what do we have here? Solid spruce top, absolutely gorgeous. We have the abalone rosette right there. We do have solid mahogany sides and back. Very cool, great mahogany, as well as the ebony binding, and then you also got the nice purfling that goes along the top here. So just a great quality instrument. Now, a few things have changed compared to the steel string versus the nylon string. The one thing you're gonna notice is now we have these normal pegs here that you're gonna use to hold the strings in. That's one big difference. And the other one is, you probably can't see it, but there is actually a truss rod now in these particular ones. All right, let's grab the other one now. This one is the Daniel Ho inspired DHo6-S. S again being the steel string. This shape is inspired by the one and only Daniel Ho, a good friend of mine and a 6-time Grammy-winning artist, producer. And he inspired this shape originally from his Tiny Tenor. It's now been built into these, and they sound amazing. May look a little different, but they sound really cool. Let me play it and then we'll dive into it. All right, you still have the solid spruce top, you still have the abalone rosette, you still have the normal guitar pegs here to hold it in at the bridge. You do have the solid mahogany with the ebony binding, both sides, and then a solid mahogany back as well. So just a little bit different shape, but you notice it gives a huge sound. A huge sound. Now, what are the other things? This one still has a truss rod and everything. You still have the solid mahogany neck. You still have the really nice tuners. You do have the DHo signature there. Let's talk about the nut here. 1/13/16. I measured both of these. They're exactly the same. Both have the same exact nut. Both have the same length. Now, this is called a Baritone Guilele, okay? And the reason is we're measuring the scale length. I'm doing it from the inside of the nut to the inside of the saddle. It's 21 inches on both of them. So that's a little bit shorter than like a parlor guitar or a full-size guitar. So it's not a baritone ukulele, it's a Baritone Guilele, meaning the 6 strings. And this, by the way, is tuned E to E on these things, all right? The other kind of cool things you have on these is you have the radius fretboard, so you have a little bit of the nice radius on the fretboard. It gives you a nice little curve. It's supposed to help you with the bar chords, all right? Let's do a little playing of both of them. I'm gonna do a little strumming on both the B6 and the Daniel Ho. All right, let's start with the B6 here. I'm going to do the same thing here on the DHo. All right, so I hope that helped hear the difference between these two great instruments. Obviously, you can see the difference, and now you can hear the difference. This one, the B6, has the Romero Creations signature as opposed to the DHo signature on this one. Now, I'll do one more playing. I got to do the blues before I get out of here, but I just want to mention that, one, both of these are available at store.ukelikethepros.com. I'm so glad these are finally here. We've been waiting a long time for these, and so if you want that acoustic guitar vibe, but in something that's a great size to not only travel with, but easier to play, not as big of a body, not as big of a scale length as a normal guitar, then these are great options for you. And again, store.ukelikethepros.com. All right, I got to do a blues. Let's check this out. All right, let's see what you got, DHo. All right, so there you go, the Romero's Creation B6-S with the steel strings and the DHo 6-string S with the Daniel Ho shape, Tiny Tenor Shape. So anyway, thanks again for being here. I appreciate it. Store.ukelikethepros.com, and we'll see you out there.